wonder where my bracelets are. Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. We've got this lighting today. I've been so drawn to the Archangel animal cards, spirit animals, spirit coming through the animals. Hi Spotty Pony. We've got a different lighting today, that's what I'm getting to. So when I put you in the normal position, let me show you what's going on here, okay? So I put you in the normal position and I'm like all misty. Interesting title, Morning Loves. I'm just about to explain that title. This is what happened after like I knew what the title was going to be. So I set it up in normal position. I thought I look extremely misty. I felt like wanting to be able to like see me in the light, should we say that? So it's like, that's not a problem, we'll just change direction. So this is how I look from this angle in the natural light. But I've been playing with these cards and they can give me a story like on their own. Good morning, Moon Cookie. Everyone, hello Lucy, happy Monday. I think it's Tuesday, Moon Cookie, today, darling. I hope so, otherwise I should be at work. So, and then I wonder whether or not this poster had anything to do with it, because you can't see, I don't believe you can see what's going on here, but on the thumbnail you could. So we've got this angle with this lighting, and before I came on, I had like a bit of hair sticking out here, and I felt like I had to be on at 2 o'clock, and I am going somewhere with this, with the title. And I looked in the mirror and I just kind of tucked it back in. It's like, why did you have to even adjust it? It was like, because it's one of like my pet hates. It's like something being out of place or sticking out. And the other one is, if someone's like tag is hanging out at the back, I would normally have a tendency to go and tuck it in for you, correct you, just smarten you up. I do them kind of things. They're like little pet hates. But then I wonder whether or not, because I've been like connecting with the Archangel animals, I wonder whether it was something that, you know, what your pet hates. And then I felt the energy of your pets kind of hate seeing you like from the side. It's like, don't approach them from the side, make sure that they can see. So all this stuff's been going on. That's where the title come through, was like your pet hates. So if you've got like a bit of fluff on you, I'd pick it off. Or if yeah, maybe that's like seeing you out of place is like a pet hate of mine. Yeah, straighten your tie up or tuck your tag in, take off the little bits of fluff, or possibly tell you if you've got like you know, food around your mouth. I don't really go as far as the embarrassing ones with like dripping nose or accumulation of stuff at the corner of the mouth. I don't tend to say anything, but you know, when you find your eyes just kind of like looking and thinking, do you kind of know that that's happening? Pet hate. That's not a hate of mine, it's just a toilet roll being on the wrong way. I mean, the toilet roll needs to, you put it that way, you don't put it from underneath, if possible. From the top. Good morning, good afternoon. Okay, it's 4:14 on the counter. I felt like I've been on for quite a long time already. Good morning, Cynthia, darling. Okay, so I have a 3-day weekend. Today is my Monday. I forgot it's Tuesday. Okay, that's good. Oh, it takes me to that program that was on, was it, I don't know if it's a film. It might be a film. Is it a film? I think it's a film. So is it What Happened to Monday? When there's like 7, I was going to call them twins. What are they called if you like 7 of the same? Lucy, okay. I felt like we were definitely playing with the fairies today. So we got the fairies, but then we've also got the villains. That was another title I was going to call it. Villains and fairies. So we've got the villains. I know Rumi's talking today to us. And we've got the Oracle of Shadows and Light, which was a last minute decision. The energy of not liking artificialness, just liking someone who's just natural. Okay. Spirit Animal Guidebook. Why not? Why not indeed? I've got like the window to look out. It's quite nice actually. Shrek is behind me. Hello. I can't do the accent. Peekaboo. How are you, guys? What does that say? Septuplets. How do you pronounce that, do you reckon? Septuplets. Do you reckon it's pronounced like that? I don't feel we're going to be using that just yet. You know, it's a rainy day here today. It's quite nice though. I'll go and sit out there with a great big... Do I tell you this? I do. There's like a cone. You know, like the cones off a Toy Story that they kind of hide under as the traffic cones. One of those, exactly one of those. It's like in the neighbour's garden. And I was sitting down, I had my umbrella, and like my umbrella's like multicoloured, all vibrant colours. Well, it's not mine, it's Emily's, but... And I was like playing peekaboo with this cone. It was like... I felt like it was watching me. Oh, I have opened up to it. Okay. Why have we got a tree here with... Oh, have a fire ceremony. We often have fires in the garden. And then we've got a little notebook here. And we've got the tree and we've got all this smoke. And then we have this. Should we have a look at this? Have a fire ceremony. Intention, letting go of what blocks you and transforming it. Experiencing the emptiness and awakening inner fire in relation to your life purpose. You will need 4 stones, wood for a fire pit or the tools to make one, herbs for an offering and for smudging, an object for burning, and a piece of ribbon. Prepare your circle and light the fire ceremonially in the east. Call in the directional powers and your power animal. Ask the highest power for protection. Give an offering to the fire and speak to the fire about what you need. Then gaze into the flames, letting them speak to you. Put into the fire the object representing your block. Experience the emptiness of letting go of that block. Gaze again into the flames while simultaneously travelling inward, awakening enthusiasm and true passion for qualities and talents aligned with your life purpose. Oh, these are numbered. I missed out all the numbers there. 7. Stand and claim your inner fire. 8. Tie a prayer ribbon onto a tree. 9. Give thanks and dissolve the circle. Right, let's have a look then. Oh, I feel extremely warm. My hands are nice and cold though. It's not often you say your hands are nice and cold. My cheeks went really warm. Happy Monday. Reminds me of a nursery rhyme book, the layout and design, fun. Well, should we go to the fairies first then? We'll go to the villains first and then we'll see what the fairies have to say about these villains. Okay. Out of the box they come. I felt the energy of like, wouldn't it be nice to like be in a play? So, but like a really good character, and then it took me to like the fairy tale. And oh, the fairy tale. It's like, what part would you like to play in the fairy tale? Okay, we'll take them cards. I feel like I'm paying attention to every single movement, every single object that my eyes... I'm going to pink at the moment. Ace of Wands. I'll make sense of this. There's a cat there. Looks hungry. The Four of Swords. When I was reading about the fires, I was thinking about when we were having a fire Saturday evening, and it was such a nice fire. We've tried to have like fires before that, but we just couldn't get it like into a nice roaring fire. But we did on Saturday night, but we were also going out, so we didn't want to leave the garden because it was like, okay, it was just so nice. And if you think about it, it was like the evening before the clocks went forward. So it was like our last like night at around about that time, about 5, 6 o'clock, when it was okay, like, and beautiful enough to have a fire. It was dusk. Saw 2 seagulls fly over earlier. I just saw another bird fly in, but I don't know what bird that one is. I definitely recognise the seagulls. And Jasper was sitting like, he was just so comfy. He kind of go from each of our laps and soak up like the flames. He was just, and I actually, when he was on my lap, I said to him, "You really enjoying this?" And I seriously heard him say, "I love spending time with you," all like out here around the fire. Yes, it's a nice experience. I feel like I'm going to sneeze now, and Cruella de Vil's just come into the picture. So we're picking up on animals, aren't we? Cruelty to animals, pet hates. Oh. So we've got this, I don't know if it's the right name, a cobra. I was taken to like Cobra Red. Can any of you guys confirm to me that that's like a warning signal if you was to say Cobra Red? I'm just trying to involve you. I wonder if we can work out what the nursery rhyme is, Moon Cookie, because you haven't said that for no reason. And then we've got this cat here who I feel looks hungry. Didn't really pay attention to the swords. And then we've got Cruella de Vil here as like the chariot. Well, I want to say she's furious. The Fast and Furious. It's like this cat was hungry. You didn't see it coming. And then it came in fast and furious. Cobra Red. Gaston. Okay, he has quite a big ego, doesn't he? And then, okay. Straight away I thought this was a magician. It was like, and in comes the magician. But he's holding all the wands. Jafar. Red, what's that say? Red spitting cobra. Is that what's coming through? Look at him gritting his teeth here. Well, look at him gritting his teeth. This is like more of an image. It's like, I'll show you my muscles. It's like, okay, very nice. But not really in it's... It's like, look at me, look how strong I am. But, it's like, what's coming through is he's rather a joke. He's a bit of a joke. Maybe, because I don't really want to say that he's a bit of a joke, but he's putting on a show. He thinks that he's mighty. And then something happens, doesn't it? He wasn't expecting it. It's like well, it's definitely something to do with the ego. You have the magician here, and he's like got it's like 3 lollipops and then the cobra. It's like he's got that cobra wand just there, the orange one. I'm singing like Beauty and the Beast now. Be our guest, be our guest. Be our guest. Oh, I've left a card. The Sword and the Stone. And she's the one that plays with Merlin. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Dark horse is coming through. We'll just leave it at that. I was taken to the Katy Perry song, but all the words of oh, are you ready for the perfect storm? Because once you're mine, there's no going back. She's a beast. I call her Karma. Anyway, this is the, I believe it's the witch that kind of plays with Merlin, and they transform into different creatures in that part of the movie. I think it's when he's showing Arthur how to like shapeshift into, like, I think he starts with a fish and then it escalates with a kind of battle. Should we see what the so is that a battle with the ego, with the ego? The Magician's here. This could be a battle of a manifestation, a battle of a not who's more magical, but the energy of who can actually who really has the detachment to be able to manifest. Bring it on. Let's see what the fairy would like to say about that. She doesn't look fairy here. The sun. He's tooting his own horn. There's this energy of letting go of the ego, now being the magician, now being in control of everything. This has kind of come out of the blue. He's a dark horse. It's like, how did you like know how to do that, or where did you learn that from? So it's like this masculine's been. It's not sure what. So I'm not so sure it's so much about his physique. This is an internal. Oh, it's an internal flame. Anyway, the sun. Got me playing with my hair. Plans that work out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to awards and commendations, and gratitude for the blessings of life. So I'd say with the energy of being natural now, not being a fake. No more fake lighting. No more putting on a front. Should we read about the sun? This is a divine masculine's energy here. There is movement out there. I have trains that go past, just if you wonder what I'm actually looking at. Whatever distracts me. Great success has been yours, with more to come. Turn your face to the sun. It's just interesting, I said, about what, like, who can manifest more, because maybe they have like zero attraction to distractions. Although it does say turn your face to the sun, which I feel like we've done. Poet. Good morning, good afternoon, original. Well, I've been releasing things in order for new and make way for better. So I sold my car on Friday. New one ready for next week. The next day, and the new owners messaged me to say they've crashed, written it off. Maybe you're just not meant to have a car at the moment. Interesting. It had been in the same family since the showroom, laugh out loud, wasn't meant to leave the family, was it? No. Okay, let me carry on. So, turn your face to the sun, open your arms and embrace the blessings that now flow directly to you from heaven. You can expect the dawning of brilliant new ideas, that will lead to wonderful opportunities. You're a beautiful, shining child of God. You're unique in the universe, and the world needs you to be exactly who you are. Go ahead and toot your own horn. Remember that it's important to treat yourself with the same kindness, respect, and caring that you would a best friend or beloved partner. Our fairy hero, I'm just taking to Gaston here, look. He does view himself as being like this hero, doesn't he? But the new one, they're ready for me. Okay, that happened to me a few months ago, Cynthia said. A really scary experience. Hope they're all right. So happy my son wasn't in the vehicle when a truck boned me. Our fairy hero rides a unicorn through a field of sunflowers. The unicorn symbolises his purity of intention, while the sunflowers evoke happiness and satisfaction. The additional meanings of this card: success, fulfillment, public recognition, enlightenment, joyful celebration, a return to health. Very nice. I was taken to the sunflowers because I've got a bouquet of flowers downstairs, and a lot of them have withered, and they're a bit droopy now, apart from the sunflower that's in the middle. So I chose not to do anything with them. They're satisfying as they are. Let's get another card from here. Nine of Summer. So a bibbidi bobbidi boo energy here, because it's more of a Cinderella energy. Nine of Summer. It's the Divine Masculine's card, the Nine of Cups. What was that all about the other day with all the Nine of Cups coming out? It's a lot, wasn't it? It says, wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time of life. We'll read that card. I said that's the Divine Masculine's card because the Sun card does represent the Divine Masculine. And then we have the Nine of Summer, which represents the Divine Masculine again. The Nine of Cups. This is a very magical moment. You have drawn the card of wishes coming true. Allow your heart to be filled with childlike wonder and awe. Picture what it is you desire, and then make a wish. You may want to write it down and then imagine white light shining on the paper. Place the paper in a special place known only to you, and then release the howl of the wish's fulfillment to the universe. Detachment. I'm adding that part in because that's what it is. And that's a fast moving train. Allow life to be playful. Enjoy the simple things. I've been listening to a lot of music this morning, and but what keeps I accidentally I keep clicking on Bruno Mars and Cardi B. What's the song called? Finesse. And it's a very playful energy. I was feeling the playfulness come through. So allow life to be playful, enjoy the simple things, go spend time with friends or family in light-hearted and uplifting activities, even experiences. Have fun. A fairy godmother's gift. Can't get the words out. A fairy godmother gifts a young maiden with her fondest wishes come true. Additional meanings of this card: dreams fulfilled, the end of worry, abundance and prosperity, good fortune and joyfulness. We'll get another one. We're dripping in it, baby. Okay. Eight of Winter. This energy always, I feel it's the Divine Feminine's energy, because I feel she looks rather elegant, doesn't she? And she's she's on this slate of this slab of ice. It's not like she's skating on thin ice, but she's kind of looking back, and I always feel like she's talking to the masculine here. You have what it takes if only you believe in yourself. Thinking that you're powerless when you're not, a lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. The Eight of Winter. What's coming through, because this whole reading, I feel, is about who actually is well enough detached to not necessarily your emotions, but how events affect your emotions. And you could consider the Divine Masculine as being quite shut off or cold-hearted. It's just that they're detached, and in that state of being, you're a very powerful manifester. Where maybe, you know, because I felt like if you're pointing the finger, you might as well just turn around and point it back to yourself. With the blocks of distractions, do the Divine Feminines allow themselves to become easily distracted? The idea that you're trapped by your situation is a false one. Don't let your ego convince you that you're without power. What on earth would that have been? When I was in my bedroom getting the cards, I heard something fall in here. I've just heard something in the corner make a noise. Don't let your ego convince you that you're without power. You have what it takes to move out of any situation you don't like. With resolve and determination, tell yourself that you will have the life you desire. Believe in yourself. Changes require commitment, and that means making a choice to actively improve matters. If you find it difficult to focus, ask God, the angels, and the fairies to send you signs to help create a plan. Take responsibility for your life now. A fairy stands on a slab of ice, feeling trapped. However, the distance from her island of ice to the next one is short, and the space easily stepped over. Her sense of entrapment is an illusion. The additional meanings of this card: the illusion of being trapped, the need to take back your personal power, and not believing in yourself. Oh, I've got a really itchy nose. And I feel like the need to, like, let's put you back in the other position now. Now we shed some light on that. Maybe. It's getting harder to read. Okay, well, that's just what I feel like we're doing. We're going to spin round now. We're going into the mistiness. If it is still misty, it might not still be misty now. Oh, it's still a bit misty, isn't it? Okay, we'll come back to this position. Let's do that. I'm going to face this way. Oh, it's nice and warm facing this way. Okay, it's cozier. Less distractions. Less distractions. Okay. Let me come closer. That's nice, isn't it? So I had to put a new sensation into the oil burner. What do you call it? Wax melt burner. It's pumpkin cider. I personally have cherry vanilla, but Emily likes pumpkin and pumpkin cider. The smell of it. We're leaving these cards over there. We can leave them over there. I'm taken to this book. The unique guide, this unique guide, is the perfect introduction to discovering your personal spirit animal guide or power animal. Animal spirits act as a medicine which heals the past and brings you the inspiration to move forward on your life path. Discover your personal spirit animal guide through simple and ancient rituals such as drumming and dream work. Learn how to connect with the energies of your personal animal guide to help you fulfill your potential. Let's have a look into this then. Eucalyptus is on now. Okay. I always read from the bottom and then up, don't I? Oh. I've been trying to do the same. I haven't even changed that style. Just carry on, Lucy. I've been trying to do the same when it comes to releasing money, knowing it's how it'll come back, most definitely. It's exciting to be happy. Enjoy. Then I'm saying thank you, like now, after Cynthia's response. Before it. This is a response to this. Thank you, Cynthia. It's nice to have newer things. I do look after things when I have them, so often hold on to them for too long. This is a lovely experience of opening up and allowing more flow. That's exactly what his partner said to me, okay? I'm like creating a different story here, aren't I? She was glad her and her child wasn't there and called her partner a twat. Here's to your new vehicle being your safety net. I've caught up now. It started with a kiss. If we go to the, excuse me, the Archangel Animal cards first, and then, I don't know. Oh, it's okay. Look at the bunny rabbits hiding here behind the trees. At the stepping stones here. Got a swan and a rabbit and a koala bear. I say a swallow and what kind of cat is that now? I think it's a lioness. Oh, didn't see you hiding there. When I was playing with these earlier, it felt like they were in packs. That's like the animals were all in packs, and it was the bear that came out, and it felt like it was the bear coming out of the cave. But it was like the cards were in packs. That's a lot there. Okay. So we've got 3 over here. The bear. Use power with wisdom. Even though it's the bear, it's Archangels Uriel and Jophiel. But when I saw the image, it felt like the bear had come out of his cave. And then this is another interesting thing, because this card came out as well. But I was drawn to a unicorn. And it's like I'm not, because the fairies are unicorns, I'm not really going to find, like in the Archangel Animal deck, like a unicorn. When I did, it's the horse. So I felt the energy of the dark horse here. Care for others and let them be free. Got the unicorn here. And that energy took me through this bear coming out of the cave, because Divine Feminine, you take care of, like, everyone, but you allow them to be free, including the Divine Masculine. So, you take care of everybody. You just allow them to be free. And then the final card here. Good afternoon, EL3. How are you doing today? Oh, and then we have the cats. Be relaxed and independent. Archangel Raphael. Interesting, because just the one Archangel on this card. With the bear here, we had Archangel Uriel and Jophiel. We have Archangels Mary and Christina. It's really Christ. Christiel. And then we have Archangel Raphael here with the cat energy. Be relaxed and independent. Looks like my Tia Lula. You know, I've told you about Nippet. You know, the little mole. This one's twin. Well, Tia Lula is currently asleep on my bed, and little Nippet is like asleep with her, right next to her. She's kind of cuddled up around him. Anyway, I can't show you the photo because I'm on my phone, but I did take a photograph of it. Should we have a look at this cluster? What to call it? Badger. Now that energy just takes me to like being badgered. Bring your life into balance. We've got Archangels, Mary and Sandalphon. So you being badgered to kind of come out of your cave, to come out of your shell. The wolf. Be independent but work together. Archangel Zariel. So it takes me to like being like couples, but then having your own independence. Be independent but work together. The monkey made me smile. Monkey, experience all that life has to offer. So now this is Archangel Raphael, again with the cat energy here and here. Experience all that life has to offer. I made mention of like joking around, being like a joke, but not necessarily in a negative way. We have the whale here. Live as a fully conscious being. Archangels Mary and Jules. We've got the elephant. Open yourself to true abundance. Archangel Mary and Raphael. Then we have the deer. Trust in the support of the universe. Archangels Michael and Faith. That is the underlying energy. Trust in the support of the universe. Archangel Michael here. You've got to have faith. And, well, it's here. It's what you both need. To trust and have faith. And open yourself to true abundance. They were nice messages. Who needs tarot? Bottom of the deck, Owl. Listen to the messages of the angels. Archangel Bokpai. Bokpi. I want to say like thank you for your assistance. Hey, hey, we're the monkeys. And people say we're monkeying around, but we're too busy singing to put anybody down. Just trying to be friendly. Okay. We're going back to the fairies now. Let's do that. That card down. And that card down. And this one. And this one. Okay. Any more? One more. Thank you. Bottom of the deck, Four of Autumn. This just takes me to like a difference of opinions, maybe. Maybe. Well, that's the thing, there's no maybe about it. Manage your resources wisely. Achieve a balance in how you spend and save money, and help out those who are less fortunate. It's like either you do or you don't. Help out people who are less fortunate. Okay, well, let's have a look at this. The Four of Autumn. And as I was flicking through this, I saw the star energy, the Six of Spring, feeling recognised, feeling worthy. Four of Autumn, can we just get to this message, please? We're just going to flick through and see them cards again. Whereabouts is Autumn? It's towards the back, okay. Comparing yourself to others can create confusion. You may not be seeing things as they truly are. You might feel as though you don't have enough, when really you're more blessed than you realise. Remember to give to those in need. Donating to the less fortunate creates a circle whereby you can also receive. What you give comes back to you. I had this message come through regarding abundance, opening yourself up to abundance. Yesterday I spent a lot of time actually connecting with the other side, with my parents and with my my past husband. And I asked my parents to kind of just leave me like alone so I could speak to Simon. And he always done the lottery, and we had set amount of numbers. This was when our first daughter was born, so we had these lottery numbers, and he'd done them for so many years. I didn't really keep track of it, and he always like put these numbers on, and then he did stop, but he'd been doing it for like say 15 years, so I still know the numbers. And a message come through about this, and like maybe think about, you know, putting them on. Not think about it, it's like put the numbers on. So okay, where am I going with this? What did I just read then? Because I'm sure it will jog my memory. Oh, this part here. Donating to the less fortunate creates a circle whereby you can also receive. What you give comes back to you. So I was thinking about this now, because I was asked like, well, what kind of money would you like, you know? And it wasn't really an extremely high amount of money. It was, well, I'll tell you, it was like 50,000 would be really nice. It's like, well, what about 50 million? It's like, well, yes, okay, 50 million, but it's like, I don't really need 50 million. So I kind of got into the flow of, well, let's just give you what you need at the time, and then it's not too overwhelming, is it? And I said, well, you know, the lottery, well, you think that would be about $1 million. So I started thinking about this £1 million, and the first thing that comes to mind was the people that I work with. Like I was putting like £1,000 into an envelope and going to, and I don't know how many people there are that work at the place that I work at, but actually like giving them all £1,000, like, and my mind said to me, my higher self, they went, look at you, you're already giving it away, like as in like chuckling, like as in, well, yes, it's, of course I'm going to, you know, treat people with it. I just think, what's the point in having the money if you're not going to share it and, you know, create joy? Because money does bring joy to people. It can kind of like relieve stress. So, and you can have some fun regardless of what, I'm not sure what they would use to spend that money on, but that's how, I don't really view myself as like I want to keep it all for myself, or I want to I was going to say, I want to invest it to make more and more and more. It was just an interesting conversation, but it was how like the divine, or I don't know, the connection source was just chuckling with me about the fact that the first thing I thought about doing was, how can I help? How can I just do something nice that was nice, rememberable, just something different that just doesn't happen. We had it at work the other day where somebody couldn't pay for their bill, and so I kind of had to take the items back. It was quite a lot of items. I started putting them back out, and then it was like, can we have the items back, please? Because the person behind them said, I'll pay for it. And it was like £60. So it was just like, that's nice. That's nice when that happens. And it kind of warms everyone's heart, and the story's told, and then it's passed on, and it's, let's just share the love. Manage your resources wisely. Are you spending too freely, or are you holding on to each dollar so tightly that there's no joy in it for you? Money is a tool that should be used in ways that bring enjoyment, but also create long-term security. When I said about I don't really have the intentions of like investing the money, I kind of want to take that back, but I don't know how to rephrase it. So I'm not thinking that this is all I have and I've got to be wise and investing in relationships, in projects is definitely something that maybe that needs to be on my mind now. Is like, what projects would I invest in? Okay. See, where the feminine's mind is very, should we say that? The feminine's mind is very giving, where the masculine's mind is maybe a bit more considerate, but in a different way. Okay. If you're being miserly with your abundance, the law of attraction can become blocked. You deserve to have all the material pleasures of life. Keep in mind that this card can refer to things other than finances. In fact, it can apply to any aspect of your life where you're giving too much or not enough. A fairy of abundant. Okay, a fairy of abundant gifts looks into a mirror but sees only lack. Her viewpoint of her own situation is skewed by her fear. The additional meanings of this card: working very hard for your money, being too controlling, fear around losing your prosperity, financial stability, and excessive debt. Okay. Now, how did we get to look at the bottom of the deck when we haven't even looked at these cards, have we? Awakening, the yin-yang. Let's say different viewpoints, differences of opinions. Change the way you're looking at the situation, embrace your uniqueness, and a temporary pause in the action. So something needs aligning. The Queen of Spring, brilliant, loyal, talented and friendly. Believe in yourself, wonderful people want to help you. Maintain a balance between work and home life. I don't feel that you're doing anything wrong, Divine Feminine. So it's like, stop thinking that you are. This is more about believing in yourself and your power. The Four of Summer, and it's like the divine masculine is begging you. Right? Please believe in yourself. You don't have to be the same as the divine masculine. It's like men are from Mars and women are from Venus. And the beginning of that book explains it perfectly. I should go and get it. The Four of Summer. Being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity, taking someone or something for granted, and discontentment with life. Let me go and get that book. Okay. Singing the song now. It started with a kiss. I never thought it would come to this. You don't remember me, do you? You don't remember me, do you? It will make sense when I read what I've got to read. How are we doing for time, guys? It doesn't really matter. That's the answer. Okay, I'm reading to you. I'm reading to you this. Remembering our differences. Okay, here we are. Got to do some imagining now. It's like everything just went quiet. It's like the boiler quietened down. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Chapter 1. In the beginning. Imagine that men are from Mars and women are from Venus. One day, long ago, the Martians, looking through their telescopes, discovered the Venusians. Just glimpsing the Venusians awakened feelings they had never known. They fell in love and quickly invented space travel and flew to Venus. The Venusians welcomed the Martians with open arms. They had intuitively known that this day would come. Their hearts opened wide to a love they had never felt before. The love between the Venusians and Martians was magical. They delighted in being together, doing things together, and sharing together. Though from different worlds, they revelled in their differences. They spent months learning about each other, exploring and appreciating their different needs, preferences, and behaviour patterns. For years, they lived together in love and harmony. Then they decided to fly to Earth. In the beginning, everything was wonderful and beautiful, but the effects of Earth's atmosphere took hold, and one morning, everyone woke up with a peculiar kind of amnesia, selected amnesia. Both the Martians and Venusians forgot that they were from different planets and were supposed to be different. In one morning, everything they had learned about their differences was erased from their memory, and since that day, men and women have been in conflict. So remembering our differences. Without the awareness that we are supposed to be different, men and women are at odds with each other. We usually become angry or frustrated with the opposite sex because we have forgotten this important truth. We expect the opposite sex to be more like ourselves. We desire them to want what we want and feel the way we feel. We mistakenly assume that if our partners love us, they will react and behave in certain ways, the ways we react and behave when we love someone. This attitude sets us up to be disappointed again and again and prevents us from taking the necessary time to communicate lovingly about our differences. Men mistakenly expect women to think, communicate, and react the way men do. Women mistakenly expect men to feel, communicate, and respond the way women do. We have forgotten that men and women are supposed to be different. As a result, our relationships are filled with unnecessary friction and conflict. Clearly recognizing and respecting these differences dramatically reduce confusion when dealing with the opposite sex. When you remember that men are from Mars and women are from Venus, everything can be explained. Ooh, good book, yes. Interesting, this here says, being distracted. I picked up that earlier on when I was looking the other way, out the window. Being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity, taking someone or something for granted, discontentment with life. Let's carry on. I've got 2 cards over here. I can hear a door squeaking. And as far as I'm aware, I'm home alone. But there is a door that keeps creaking. 10 of Summer, 10 of Cups. Can you hear it? An emotional, fulfilling life with family or friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust. The 10 of Cups. with the Prince of Autumn. Dependable, protective, chivalrous and humorous. Cautious but wise action. Meticulous attention to detail and kindness to others. So how you view the Ten of Cups is not the same way that the other one, the opposite sex, views the Ten of Cups. So let's read about the Ten of Cups. Spending time with your family and loved ones is critical to a rich and happy life. The people you call family may be those you're related to, or they may be people whom you have chosen as your beloved community. Either way, offering love and support to those closest to you and accepting it in return is very important. Make space for them in your life. It's worth investing time and energy in your primary relationships. You can have the happy home life you're seeking, filled with peace and emotional fulfillment. The couple from the Two of Summer, the Two of Cups, which is the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, the couple from the Two of Summer card have created a beautiful life for themselves and their children. The butterfly boat near the shores of Avalon means that their emotional currents will continue to evolve and thrive. The additional meanings of this card: a happy marriage, people you can trust, relationships that last, feeling emotionally content and raising children wisely. So then we have the Prince of Autumn. Let's see what he wants to say. Sometimes you don't need to rush to action. Some people like to have a plan first, says the Prince of Autumn, and in brackets it says, yes, that was a bit of a jab at the Prince of Winter, who likes to rush in. Rush in on a whim. So sometimes you don't need to rush to action. Some people like to have a plan first, says the Prince of Autumn. Yes, and that was a bit of a jab at the Prince of Winter. And oh man, does this prince have a plan. He has everything figured out from A to Z, with multiple backup options, should you need them. Courageous, gallant, trustworthy and kind, this prince is your protector and is truly watching out for you in every way. He is much like a fairy guardian who has the added benefit of being able to put together a sound business plan for you. Still, he doesn't move very fast. It's going to take him time to get things done. You may have to wait a while. The Prince of Autumn floats slowly and gently upon a leaf. He is in no hurry to take action, but the light at the end of his staff reflects the intellectual brilliance at work inside his mind. He's a genius. In the making. The additional meanings of this card: cautious but wise action, a very hard worker, a nature lover who is often a vegetarian or vegan, meticulous attention to detail, putting other people first, a message from the fairies. Well, let's go to the Fairy Oracle then. Okay, I've got 2 cards. It's like I haven't forgotten about going to that Spirit Animal book. Spirit Animal Guides. But I do have cards here. We've got manifestation. So I picked up the energy kind of first of all regarding the power of manifestation. Be very honest and clear about what you want. Doesn't say this. Be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. Now write it down on paper. Manifestation, step 1. That's all I'm telling you, like that. Find balance. Find the balance between your work, rest, and playtime, and you will have more energy, harmony, and productivity in your life. Take a power nap. Messages from your angels. From your fairies. From your angels. From your fairies. Wish wisely. Use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desire and take practical steps towards making your dreams come true. We'll go to the Oracle of Shadows and Light, and then we'll finish with a Rumi message. The Divine Masculine's been very busy, like studying, learning. Ghosts of the past. The past returns for a time. Okay, card number 42. So I feel like all the noises are the creaking of the doors, the cone, like feeling it was watching me. Ghosts of the past. About the ghosts of the past. At a masquerade ball, you see a beautiful young woman who has taken off her mask. The second she did so, people from her past invaded her party. Some are teachers, some are friends, and others are people she'd rather not see again. One reminds her of being sick once, and others remind her of many other challenging moments in her life. Why is this beauty surrounded by so many reminders at this present time? She speaks. All about me are ghosts of the past. Come here, perhaps, so I can finally lay them to rest. I have taken off my mask, and I know who I am, while they are still wearing theirs, and still very much as I left them so long ago. It seems I must turn and face them, and make peace with them, perhaps even going over some old ground before I can move on to fresh fields. I have an urge to put my mask on and mingle with them as I was, but I will not. I will be who I am now and meet them without pretense and show them who I have become. I am no longer afraid of the shadows in my past. I am at peace with all that I have been and all that I am. The divination message. Old friends, boyfriends, crushes, places and situations, or reminders of them, come up to remind you of either how far you've come or that there's still work to be done in areas you thought were long settled. We all have life themes and we all have challenges and patterns, but the trick is to move through them quickly and to learn from them permanently. These ghosts with masks are here to show you what or who needs an adjustment in your life, a clearing, where you make peace with people you feel you have wronged is in order. Okay. So these ghosts with masks are here to show you what or who needs an adjustment in your life. A clearing where you make peace with people you feel you may have wronged is in order. None of us is perfect. All of us need to forgive and to be forgiven. This is the case of the indecision you are now facing. The ghosts of the past are haunting you. It's Judgment Day, and you are more powerful than you know. The time for hiding who you are and pretending to be normal and just like everyone else is done. Okay, should we finish with a rumor message? Let's do that. Cynthia, I love the lilac love hearts. It kind of goes with the colour of the box, doesn't it? Oh, hold on. Let me see those love hearts again. Okay, final message before my power nap. I'm going to do what I'm told. Okay. Oh, I didn't go to the reading cards. Reading cards, the reading book. Look, the spirit guide. Let's go to the animal spirit guide. Jeez, okay. Oh, there's cards everywhere. I want to see, what number was that? 42. I'm going to go to page 42 because we have the ghosts of the past and it's just easier to be told. 42. What number to go to? 44. 42. Oh, this is interesting. Welcoming the power animal. Welcoming your power animal into dreams. When you have that power nap, look. Page number 42. Number 1, cleanse your space using incense or herbs with the intention of creating an atmosphere conducive for contact with your power animal. Number 2, call on the highest power using whatever name you are comfortable with and ask for blessings and protection. 3, clear your mind using the method in chapter 1 called Reviewing the Day, page 25. Okay, let's go there then. I like to be told where to go. Building intention is so interesting, look. It even says naps or transitions states. Okay, well, hold on. I've got that page there. But we've got to go to page 25. Page 25. Building intention during the day. In the waking hours of your day, think about your intention and repeat it to yourself. For example, you might repeat the statement that you will meet your spirit animal in your dreams. Repeat this regularly during the day, making your intention as strong as possible so that it carries over into your dreams. You can even use a reminder such as a bracelet. Well, I don't know where my bracelets are gone. I said that at the beginning. So I do wonder where my bracelets are. Someone's taken them. So they can connect with like dreams. Connect in our dreams. Okay. Whereabouts was we? You can even use a reminder such as a bracelet or a finger ring that you wear solely for this purpose, so that every time you look at it, you are reminded of your intention. Well, I always wear my bangles too. I feel like more in touch with spirit. Balance, communication, intuition. Because that's what them bracelets mean. It's what they stand for. So practicing building intention. Number 1, in the morning, decide your intention for your dreams during the night to come. Number 2, remind yourself of your intention several times throughout the day, building the intention. Number 3, you can use a reminder such as a bracelet, a finger ring, or set a wristwatch to beep every hour, taking you back to your intention. Number 4, Repeat the intention before falling asleep. So working with your third eye. Number 1, take a nap during the day, lying on your back and set a strong intention to meet your power animal. Number 2, your daytime nap can last between 5 minutes and half an hour. Half an hour? I was thinking more like 2 hours, but okay, half an hour. Or it can last. Okay, can it go longer? Your daytime nap can last between 5 minutes and half an hour. The images you see in this state are sometimes hypnagogic, and tend to flood your mind just before the state of sleep begins. Okay, let's reread that. Your daytime nap can last between 5 minutes and half an hour. The images you see in this state are sometimes hypnagogic and tend to flood your mind just before the state of sleep begins. Okay, so I can go for a nap, that's classed like up to half an hour, and then I can sleep. Awesome. Naps or transition states. When you go to sleep, there is a transition time between the waking and sleeping state. During this time, you have the potential to experience a phenomenon. That is when I get my images during that time. I love going for a nap, especially during the day. So they do come flooding in. I get to see images. So I'm excited. Okay. During this time, you have the potential to experience a phenomenon that shamans and other seers have worked with since ancient times. I don't know how to pronounce this word. Hypnagogic imagery. This is experienced in the form of images flooding your third eye. That's exactly where I see them, in my mind's eye here. Ooh. The inner eye. Oh, this is experienced in the form of images flooding your inner eye. The inner eye, or the third eye, or shamanic eye, is one of the body's 12 energy centers or chakras. You can work with these images, which tend to appear just before sleep, using shamanic techniques that connect us with the spirit realms and our power animal. It is important to enter this process without trying to influence the discovery of your power animal by forcing thoughts of the one you want to see. Okay, that's it. Let's go back to this part now. So number 3, clear your mind using the method in chapter 1 called Reviewing the Day, page 25. Was there anything that actually said anything about reviewing the day there? No, not on that page. Number 4, focus on your breathing for a couple of minutes before visiting your power animal and asking it to come into your dreams. Number 5, see in your mind's eye that you meet your power animal in your dreams. State your intention for the dream meeting and see yourself telling your powerful animal what you seek from the meeting. Maybe the intention very strong. Oh, make the intention very strong. Well, I'm just taking that, like I said, I doubt if I'm going to see like a unicorn in the Archangel Animal deck. And I did. And we know that that one's like my favourite. Think of your favourite animal, unicorn. Number 6, fall asleep in a state of trust, having let go of attachments to your day, in particular any worries. Fall asleep in a state of peace. And there is the answer regarding the attachment part. Fall asleep in a state of trust, having let go of attachments to your day, in particular any worries. Fall asleep in a state of peace. Okay. Build a strong intention that this will happen. Visualize yourself meeting your power animal this way. State your intention for the dream meaning. Oh, for the dream meeting. Maybe you want to ask your power animal a question. Ask it to take you to a certain location or help with a problem. Or your incentive might just be to spend time together. At last, you let go and surrender into trust that whatever happens will be right. Let go of any attachments and fall asleep. And there's animal spirit helpers. I told you I felt like they were in like packs helping out here. Your power animal is your main guardian and a mirror of your personality. It can also be termed your soul animal, because on a soul level, you are one. You are a unicorn. This animal spirit will usually stay with you for your entire life. For specific tasks or projects, however, you may want the assistance of other animal spirit helpers. We'll have some of that. Let's say your power animal is an owl and your profession is to work with sports injuries, such, it doesn't say such. Okay, let's say your power animal is an owl and that your profession is to work with sports injuries as a sports massage therapist, for example. The owl is your guardian spirit and you will resemble owl in numerous ways, but you might also have an animal spirit helper who comes to assist you in your work. Now this gets interesting because I'm going to talk about the bear coming out of his cave. Bear's medicine is healing, so perhaps she might channel some healing energy through your hands. Another example might be someone who has mountain lion as a power animal and is a soccer coach for children in his spare time. Otter might be an animal spirit helper who brings some play and fun into his coaching. Sometimes such helpers come of their own accord and will assist even without their beneficiaries, so I say that, being aware of them, working invisibly in parallel. You can also actively seek an animal spirit helper for a specific purpose, travelling to find the appropriate helper and requesting assistance. Remember that if you journey seeking a specific animal, you may not find it. Animal spirits have free will and usually choose us, rather than us choosing them. When they come to help you with a specific task, they will usually stay for a while, then leave once the job is done. So contacting, is this the last one here? Does it go over onto the other page? Let me just look. It's the end of this section. Contacting an animal spirit helper. Number 1, identify a specific area in your life where you need help. It can be anything: emotional, spiritual, practical, professional. Number 2, undertake a shamanic journey to find an animal helper different from your power animal, using the drum journey method described in chapter 1, pages 26 to 29. Number 3, ask for specific instruction. Okay, I'll read it. Ask for specific instructions from the new spirit animal. Let's look at this drumming. The drum journey, 26 to 29. So we're just carrying on from 25, aren't we? The drum journey. To understand the drum journey, it is helpful to think about the cosmos as it was and is perceived by many native people around the globe. Cosmos is seen to be like a big tree called the Tree of Life. Well, it's brought us all the way back to this tree here. Where did we see this? With the notebook, wasn't it? But it was on the same page. Right then. Cosmos is seen to be like a big tree called the Tree of Life. The crown is the upper world, the trunk represents the middle world, and the roots represent the lower world. Humans live in the middle world. This is physical reality as we know it, the place where we spend our time from birth until death, and where we experience everything with our physical senses and our rational mind. If you only perceive with your mind, it is easy to think that only this realm exists. The upper world is the realm of spirit teachers, illuminated masters, and ancestors, sometimes referred to as heaven. The upper world, as experienced by native people in shamanic practice, is a complex realm with many different dimensions. Power animals, as well as some of our ancestors, occupy the lower world. This is a world of strong grounding and healing energies, and is the place to go when you need such qualities and powers. Drum journeys are not only a good way to find your power animal, but a means to stay connected with it. Used widely along. We're just going to take a moment, okay? Because I'm getting tired. I need that power nap. Used widely among the native cultures, among many native cultures, the monotonous, is that how you say that? Fast beat of the drum induces a trance which enables us to alter our consciousness. We can then perceive on a spiritual level rather than the rational, physical realm our mind usually occupies in everyday life. You can ask someone to drum for you while you go on your spiritual journey, but if this is not possible, then a CD with a shamanic drum beat, a journey beat, will work. A typical journey beat is between 200 and 230 beats per minute. Embarking on a drum journey is a ceremony in itself. To make it as effective, reliable, and safe as possible, begin by preparing yourself and the place you will be working in. Avoid alcohol and drugs and eat only lightly before the journey so that your mind is clear and alert. Make sure you will not be disturbed. Begin by calling on the power of the 7 directions, which consist of the sky, the earth, the 4 cardinal points, and the centre. Draw an invisible circle around yourself to create a safe space. Light a candle, the sacred fire, and call on the highest powers to be present and to guide you as you journey. The more intention and sincerity that you put into the preparation, the more effective it is likely to be. You are not only creating a safe space, but a spiritual one. Once you feel you have established your sacred space, start the drumming. Sit in a meditation posture with your eyes covered, maybe with a headscarf or bandana to keep out the light. You can also lie down if you prefer. Visualize an opening in the earth. Choose a place already familiar to you, such as a cave you have visited, a foxhole, or a hole between the roots of a tree that you have seen while out walking. Visualize yourself standing at this opening into the earth. See your free soul, your double, the part of you that can journey out of your body when you are dreaming, standing in front of the hole. Now begin to journey down the hole and through a tunnel. Soon you will enter a beautiful landscape of pure, unspoiled nature, mountains, rivers, and plains, the realm of spirit animals, the realm of animal spirits, the lower world. When you reach the lower world, remind yourself of the purpose of your journey, to find your power animal. Your mission is literally to seek it, and there are different ways to identify it. If an animal comes to you, you can ask it directly whether it is your power animal. It will respond positively if it is, but in any case, your heart will usually know whether it is your power animal or not. A deep inner sense will tell you. In some traditions, shamans say that if the animal you meet shows itself from all sides, then it is your power animal. Make contact with your power animal and tell it that you want to stay connected with it. Thank it before returning through the tunnel, then up through the hole, exactly the way you came. When you get up from your meditative position, it can be a good idea to invite your power animal to dance through you. This means it guides you in how to dance. The dance does not need to be elaborate or wild. You might simply move around, letting your body, the sensation, usually a charge of energy from your power animal. The dance confirms and strengthens the connection between you. After your journey and the dance, give thanks to the powers that have assisted you. It is then important to ground yourself and return fully into your body. To ground yourself effectively, stretch gently, breathe deeply, or eat a snack. So embarking on a drum journey. Here is a step-by-step guide to undertaking a drum journey. Number 1, call on the power of the 7 directions: sky, earth, east, south, west, north, and centre, in your own words. Call on the highest power to protect you. Create a sacred space by drawing an invisible circle around you and lighting a candle. Sit down on a chair or on the floor, or lie down on your back, on a blanket, in a darkened room, and make yourself comfortable. Close your eyes and take some deep breaths. Focus on the rhythm of your breathing and let it bring you into a relaxed state of mind. Number 3, turn on the drumming CD, cover your eyes with a bandana or scarf, and imagine yourself standing in front of a hole that leads into the ground, for instance a hole at the foot of a tree or a cave. Any natural opening that leads into the earth will do. Imagine yourself going through the opening and descending along a tunnel into the land of the power animals. You will come to a beautiful untouched wilderness with meadows, mountains, rivers, and trees. Number 4, call on your power animal and ask it to reveal itself. If more than one animal appears, then ask which one is your power animal. Usually your heart will know. Number 5, thank your power animal and tell it you want to stay connected with it. Return to your physical body, travelling back the way you came, through the tunnel and hole in the earth. Number 6, invite your power animal to dance with you. Feel yourself merge with it and experience its power. Number 7, give thanks to the powers of the 7 directions and dissolve your circle, extinguish the candle. Number 8, bring your awareness back into your body by stretching, doing some physical activity, or eating something. Make sure you are fully grounded before you go out into the world. And look, it's a tiger here. Beautiful. Well done. Did we finish all of that? I think so. I got to the end of it, didn't I? Number 42 was page 42. I've opened to 111, which is bat, rebirth, dreaming, union. I want to go to 42 and just make sure I finish there. The ways of the shaman. Yes, it was asked for specific instructions or teachings from the new animal spirits. Right, let's finish with a Rumi message now. 88 minutes. It's interesting, 88 minutes and it's like 44 there. 4 people present, 4 thumbs ups. What's double 44? 88. The impossible made possible. We got 2 messages. Love brings the sea into boiling and turns the mountain into a pebble. Love creates infinite openings in the dark. Love creates infinite openings in the dark sky and shudders the earth with its magnitude. Rumi. She spins, this great earth goddess, upon invisible strings, amongst a worldly pulsating ballet of life. Stars are born, live and die all around her. Life moves in constant flux, and still she spins in her great loving, constant pirouette. How can this be? All of creation is born from nothing. Out of endless silence and darkness, light emerges. What strange magic is this? The sun heats the solar system and burns with the power to destroy life, yet it is a force by which life is sustained. Surely this makes no sense and cannot be. We dance in the realm of the impossible made possible constantly, you and I. We are so engrossed in it, so familiar with it and yet blind to it, that these constant impossibilities happening in every moment fail to inspire us. That's who I feel drawn to read from that card. So we'll have a look at the next card. The final card, I surge on the uprising wave of love. Card number 5. I know I want to look at the bottom of the deck. I'm just going to read the beginning part of this as well. My life can be summed up in 3 accounts. I was raw, I was cooked, and I was burned. Rumi. I surge on the uprising wave of love. No gravity can stop me from rising. The moon pulls the tide of life towards her, and my soul in oneness with all of life answers her call. A wave of love consumes me, and upwards I fly, flying through water to greet her shining body. Led by my heart, my wits are addled and my mind becomes a blurry mess. And so I feel instead, feel the truth of her love and the divine reflection she shines back at me from her radiant heart. Okay, final message. Passion of the Wild Red Mother. Card number 36. $35 is the lover and the beloved. What's coming after the lover and the beloved? Passion of the Wild Red Mother. Don't ask the conscious ones about the wine. Behold the glowing effect of it in the eyes of drunks. Rumi. Bring me your unreasonableness, your insanity, your love without reason, and your passion. The passion that makes you crazy and shoos all logical restraints from your mind. Leave your ordered thoughts, sensible plans, and appropriate attire at my door. Put on your animal fur and sing to me in gibberish. When my beautiful goats die, I make drums from their skins, and their spirits live on in my passionate play. When my birds drop their feathers, I gather them and put them in my hair. Come drum with me, as I place feathers in your hair, and we honour the spirits of my animals, of your animal nature too, wild and free as you are in truth. Stick your tongue out and growl at those who try to tame you with guilt, shame and fear. Do you think I give a damn for any of their silly games? Those games of reason and logic, of course you should do it this way, they say. It makes sense. But I care not for what makes sense. I care for what brings you alive. You, O blazing angel, are being invited by the Wild Red Mother to participate in a dance of divine passion. You may be an activist, a poet, an advocate for justice, or a writer, content in your own world of dreams, or perhaps you are a healer, devoted to the liberation of the suffering of others and hungry to commune with ancient wisdom. Perhaps you are all of these, or some other exquisite amalgam of holy energy and form. Whatever your nature, there is passion in your heart, a fire for something more powerful than fear that can become the fuel for your life journey if you accept the invitation of the Wild Red Mother, of course. This is the invitation to lay aside despair. This is the invitation to lay aside despair, to lay aside doubt in the capacity of the human heart, even your frustration and impatience. It is time to quit whipping yourself and others, no matter how noble the intention behind the whip may be, and start dancing instead. Will you join her, the Wild Red Mother, in her exuberant play? You can choose to lead through joy, to heal through love, to transform suffering into what it is meant to be, the crucible through which ecstasy reveals itself. You do not have to analyse to stay in the throes of process and ordered stages. You can just choose this passionate path now, if you wish. You are ready. It is open to you. And will you accept? It's like we'll have a little think about that. My nose is itching a little bit, like it's got a blessing coming on, a sneeze. It takes a great spirit, one with many practice of study and rebellion, to be ready to cast off the shackles of society from a place of loving defiance rather than fearful anger, and to playfully say to the world, I have tasted your stale bread and underdeveloped wine, and have had quite enough now. I decline your offer to gorge upon such lesser fruits. I prefer to feast upon bread, hot and fresh, and wine that is mouth-filling and uncruteous. Join me if you like. It is an abundant feast, and there is plenty for all. Even in the spiritually minded, there can be a driving fear, thinly veiled as devotion to the most arduous path. Perhaps for a while that serves as a truth of sorts, but eventually there will come a time when smaller truths must give way to larger ones, so the soul can truly be free to grow. Passion is the bridge that leads you from a smaller truth that suffering is necessary in order to heal, towards a larger and more luscious experience of life as a divine embrace. Yes, sometimes the divine lover, in all enthusiasm for the sport, bites you too hard or grabs you with so much desire that a bruise remains. However, the passion behind such fervent embrace can leave you begging for more, life, for more of that boundless love, even when it knocks you on the head whilst grabbing for you. This is possible when you give up on judgment of what is good and what is bad, on what is apparently spiritual and what is not, and when you just realise everything in your life is leading to love. Whether through caress or a slap, the divine lover is seducing you. If you can accept this, you can certainly give yourself permission to love what you love, to live how you wish to live, and to forget about holding yourself back because some choices make sense and others supposedly do not. If you are able to rise to the passion that is possible for you, you'll let the wild red mother consume your philosophies and doctrines. She'll feast on your religion and your plans, and devour your doubts and certainties. She'll tear away your need for maps and directions, and just when you think there's nothing left, she'll grab your hands and spin with you. You'll tilt back your head and laugh so wildly with her, spinning together, along with the earth upon her axis. With a daring and bold love for life that will not be quashed, that wild mother speaks to you now. You can choose passion over fear, time and time again. So I invite you to paint the whole town? Well, I invite you to paint the whole world red with me, with passionate nature, and let us laugh and change the world. This oracle comes to you with a message. It is a big cosmic yes. It is also an invitation to let go of suffering and struggle, not with regret or shame, but with gentle acknowledgement that it has had its purpose. It now has a bigger purpose, that of passion, which calls you to engage in the embrace of life with more abandon than ever before. Now is the time to let go of belief systems and needing to know anything. It is time to trust in the beating of your own heart and in the people, places, and experiences that truly move you, whether it makes sense or appears to be logical or not. The wild red mother comes to you when you are ready for her at a soul level. Your mind may think she is a thief in the night, ready to pilfer all you hold near and dear and be utterly in terror at the prospect. But your soul will be gurgling with such anticipation of freedom, it will fill your heart with sweet love and urge you to let go. Let her have her way with you now. It says, let her have her way with you. Even if it means she crashes into you in the dark as she fumbles and drags you, half asleep, to go out dancing with her under the full moon, wearing nothing but your animal skin and a smile. She'll soothe any bumps and bruises you receive in opening up to life with the most tender and effective of ministrations, for she is just as tender a nurse as she is a wild, raging dance partner. This oracle also brings you guidance. You have divine permission to do something ridiculous, be it ridiculous in your own mind for your age or career path, or some identity or version of yourself you or another hold. The more ridiculous or inappropriate it seems, the more it moves you from your heart without rhyme or reason, the better. This is not about hurting people or behaving without moral code. It is not about childish indulgence and questionable justification for letting the ego misbehave. It is not about the ego at all. The wild red mother eats ego for breakfast. This guidance is about listening to the truth of your heart and allowing your soul to throb with aliveness, making that more important than any restriction, opinion, judgment, or fear the mind, yours, or that of others, could summon. Okay. Place your hands open before you and say aloud, I call on the passionate, wild red mother who loves me without condition, and the brother of my soul, Rumi. I ask for your guardianship onto the path of divine passion now. May I lead with my heart, dance in life without fear, and surrender into truth, singing with my soul, becoming a leader of the new way of love upon this sacred earth. It is safe for me to be in my wild divinity. It is the only safe and true way for me to thrive. I am blessed now, and in the wild red mother's unconditionally loving protection and grace, so be it. You have finished your sacred ritual. So, guys, thank you for, I was going to say sticking with me. I'm happy to be stuck with you. Yes, it's true. Yes, it's true. Okay, I will catch up with you guys soon. So until then, rest up now. Make sure you take that power nap, and we shall talk shortly. So until then, take care. Much love. Bye for now.